Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and to another video here today. I am a little bit on the sick side, so if I sound kind of funky, that's why. But anyways, we are going to be doing mom's nails for Valentine's Day. And this was a really cute design that I had kind of thought up in my head, and then as we were doing it, I switched some stuff up. So I'll kind of explain things as I'm going. But right now, I'm just removing the non-living tissue from her nail bed with my cuticle bit that I got from Todac USA. Everything that I use is always listed down in the description box below if you guys want to check it out or purchase it yourself. After I do this, we will move on to the acrylic application. I didn't put that in this video, but I do have several other videos, and I will have tags throughout the videos that you can click on if you do want to see my acrylic application. Okay, so after the acrylic sets and is dry, I just tap on it to make sure that it's making a tapping noise to see if it's dry, and if it's not making a tapping noise and it's still soft, then I won't file. But I'm just gonna start filing the sidewalls to keep this in the coffin shape, and then I'm also gonna file the free edge to make sure that that's nice and straight as well. And then I'm gonna go over the top and around the cuticle area with this to make sure that everything's smooth and nice and flush with the natural nail. I'm gonna do that on all fingers. I'm not gonna include it in all this because, like I say in every other video, the filing gets kind of lengthy and boring. But if you guys do wanna see a detailed video about it, I can definitely do that for you guys. But after this, we are actually gonna start applying the acrylic 3D heart. Okay, so now we are using Beauty Secrets white acrylic powder, and this was so hard to get used to because, like I say all the time, I don't really like working with this powder, but I have it, so it's what I use. It goes on really dry, and then you start to move it around and it's actually really wet. So it was a little bit difficult to get used to, like it usually is when I first start using it, but I just picked up the acrylic with my regular size 10 oval brush, and then I would set it on the nail, and I used this little brush that I just got from Walmart in the craft section to move it around and put it into the heart shape. This was my first time doing this, so it did take me a little bit and a few tries, but I did eventually get it, and it ended up being really cute actually. And we're gonna encapsulate this in clear acrylic, but we're gonna tint the acrylic monomer with some gel polish, which is gonna be really cool, and I'm so excited to show this to you guys. I saw Kirsty Meakin with Neo Nails do this in one of her videos, and I absolutely fell in love, and it's just an amazing technique, and I absolutely love doing it, so I thought I'd do it with this one as well. So as I'm going through here, I'm just gonna try to keep that heart shape and add more acrylic where I need to and flatten it and just make sure that it's kind of even. This is going to be a little bit on the thicker side just to make sure that it kind of peaks up when you encapsulate it in the clear acrylic so that you can see dimensions, and then you'll also be able to see the sides of the heart as well once the acrylic gets all filed and top coated. while we're waiting for that heart to actually set so that we can file the edges and make it a little more sharp, I'm just applying yellow stopper to the pointer and pinky finger so that I can apply this Pink Delight glitter from Glitter Planet UK. It's an absolutely gorgeous pink, and it was my first time using it, and I thought it would be perfect for Valentine's Day. And I would have much rather encapsulated this in crystal clear acrylic just because of how chunky the actual glitter mix is, but I didn't plan on doing this. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there were some things that went on here that wasn't planned, so that's okay, and it's nobody's fault but my own. But I just didn't file the acrylic down thin enough to add another layer of clear on top of it, and I just didn't want the nail to be too bulky or thick or anything like that, and we were already jumping in once I had decided that encapsulating would have been better. So it's nobody's fault but my own, like I said, so we're just gonna move on and work with it, and it actually ended up looking really good anyways. So we're gonna finish putting the glitter here on this pointer finger and the pinky finger. Once I've got that glitter all done and applied on the pointer and pinky finger, I'm going over and filing the heart just to make sure that it's nice and smooth over the top so that there's no like extra bumps or lumps showing at all. Then I'm gonna file the edges of it to make sure that it's nice and sharp so that when we put the clear acrylic over top, everything looks really nice and put together. Okay, and now once we're done filing that, I'm just checking to make sure that everything's still in place. And then we're gonna go in and start tinting the acrylic monomer. So I'm just taking this gel polish that I'm gonna be using on the middle and thumb as well, and I'm just gonna put that right into the acrylic. And I put 3 or 4 drops, I can't remember exactly, but you can always do it to your preference. If you wanna test it out, you can dip your brush in and dip it into the clear powder and then just wipe it on your napkin or on a practice tip or anything and just see if it's the right color that you want. If it's too opaque, I suggest adding, you know, a couple at first and just checking to see how it looks, because you can always add more, but you can't take any away unless you want to waste monomer and just keep adding and stuff like that. So you don't want to keep this on hand for more than a day or two, I would say, because the gel does start to separate from the monomer, I've noticed. So when you do that, just keep that in mind as well. And also, you don't have to end up curing this. I know that because there is gel polish in it, you think that you might have to cure it, but you actually don't. You just have to let the monomer and the powder do its whole chemical reaction deal and just harden, and then you can file and put top coat over it and you're all good to go. So I'm going to start applying that over the finger with the heart on it, just like I would any other finger, so you get to see this part of the acrylic application. And then after that, we're going to start top coating and painting the other fingers. Once I've finished applying that clear acrylic onto the ring finger with the 3D heart, I'm just going to top coat the pinky and pointer finger, and then I'm also going to paint the middle finger with First Impressionism, I believe is the name of this gel polish. It's a new one by Finger Paints that I've just used for my first time in this video. I've had it for a while, but it's my first time using it in this one. I thought that it was going to be really pretty because the cap shows a really bright pink color, and so I went and put that on the middle finger, but then you'll see that as it cured, it actually muted a little bit. So then I add a second coat and it's still muted, so it's kind of an off color from everything else. I still think that it looks nice, just wish it was a little more bright and pink rather than more of like a muted nudish shade. So I guess in other words, what I'm saying is the color doesn't match the cap, which is okay. That happens in gels sometimes. So it's good that on here you get to see that instead of going out and buying that yourself and seeing the difference there and getting upset about it. So before you do go and buy that, just keep that in mind. And it still is a really, really pretty shade, just a little bit on the muted side, more than I would have liked it to be. Okay, so now I am just going in and filing that ring finger with the 3D Acrylic Heart on it. Just gonna get those sidewalls, make sure that the shape is still coffin like we want it. Get that free edge, make sure it's nice and straight as well. And then I'm gonna go over the top here, around the cuticle area, just like I would any other nail. And as you're filing, you're gonna reveal the heart a little more and take a little more of that clear away from the top of it, which is gonna look really, really good at the end. And is why I kind of did the heart really thick, like I said before, because I wanted those top parts to kind of peek through, and then I wanted those edges and the bottom to be really more in dimension, and so that when you look at the nail from a certain angle you can see those sides and it really looks 3D and looks like it's popping up. It's such a cool technique, like I said, and with that tinted clear monomer it really just helps and works that heart even more. It definitely complemented all of the dimensions and all of the different angles, and I absolutely loved it so much. I'm so glad my mom let me do this on her finger. I know that sometimes she isn't very keen to all the busy stuff going on with her nails, but she's a champ, and thank you so much, Mama. So after we top coated that nail and thought we were done, we decided to add a little bit of pearl pigment from Glitter Planet UK on the middle and thumb fingers, just to give it that little bit of shininess to it and just to add a little bit more to the whole set. It really did add to it, and I think that the pearl pigments are so nice. I have the regular pearl ice, the blue, and then the red, and we just did the regular pearl on here, just to give that pink a little bit more something to do with the rest of the nail, so that it wasn't just sitting there by itself kind of out of place. So it looked really pretty, and I think that really tied everything together with the whole subtleness and the pretty glitter and the heart and the shininess and the whole Valentine's Day feel. I absolutely loved it. So after that, I'm just gonna top coat those, and again I did that on the middle and the thumb finger on both hands. Top coat those, leave them in the lamp for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna be all finished up. Alright guys, here we are at the end of the design. We get to see the full set and how pretty it is all together, really. Even though that we have some different pinks in here, I still think that the pinks really work well together, especially with that pearl pigment on the fingers and then with the heart on the ring fingers as well. It all looks so pretty, and I really hope that you guys love this set as much as I do, as I say in every video. I absolutely love every single set that I do, and I am so impressed with myself every single time, and I'm so glad that you guys are here to watch this with me and to help me get better and watch me practice on these guys and on myself as well. If you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. I would absolutely love the support and the feedback from you guys as well. So don't forget to comment on these videos. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see something a little more in depth than something else, definitely let me know. So here are the final shots. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Thanks for being with me on this journey, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye!